Game number 28 of this 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championship gold medal game between the Air Force men and the Navy. Good evening, everybody. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines. So glad to be with you from Fort Moore, Georgia. We're about set for the final game of this tournament. We'll see who wins the title. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer for the starting lineups.
All right, it is time for the final game of the tournament. We would like to give a congratulations to the Air Force women, our 2024 Armed Forces Women's Champions. But now we have the men's game underway, and it is time to crown a champion on the men's side. Let's start with our visiting team, the Air Force men. Number 1, Draylon Perkins. Number 10, Anthony Morris. Number 5, Jacavion Lethbridge. Number 13, Austin Parker. And number 20, Jamal Lawson. Give it up for the visiting team. And now for the home team, our Navy men. Number 4, Ryan McGee Coleman. Number 14, Brendan Clay. Number 22, Tyler Nelson. Number 5, William Bobby Miles. Number 30, Matthew Sellers. Our home team, the Navy men. Our officiants for tonight's championship game, we have Mike, Derek, and Eddie. Give it up for our officiants.
Time to introduce the starting lineups. First for Air Force under first-year head coach Ernest Darnell. At the point will be Draylon Perkins. In the backcourt as well, Anthony Morris. In the front court, Kevo Lethbridge and Austin Parker get the call, along with the big center, 6'7", Jamal Lawson. For the Navy men and head coach Micah Bonner, they'll look like this in the backcourt. Ryan McGee Coleman, the veteran, starts at the point. The two guard is Brendan Clay. Bobby Miles, the former Florida State Seminole, is also in the backcourt. In the front court, Tyler Nelson, Lieutenant J.G., former Naval Academy midshipman, as well as Matthew Sellers, the center. And Joel, we are in for a treat here. Final 40 minutes from Fort Moore.
Yes, we are absolutely in for a treat. This Air Force team has come on strong in the last couple of games, earning their way into the championship game, and rightfully so. Let's see which team pulls it out.
Air Force in the road blues. Navy wearing the home whites. Navy across the chest. Shot on the way, and a good start for Draylon Perkins.
Air Force picks up what they left off yesterday. They have to be feeling the momentum, whereas Navy rested their players yesterday. So can they combat a sluggish start? Seems like Air Force is still bouncing, has a bounce in their step. Should be a fun game.
It's Air Force squad 3-3 coming in to this championship game as the rebound taken down from Lawson. 83-51 win, 32-point victory. That's a game nobody really saw coming from Air Force yesterday.
No, when they had to give their best performance, they did. They came in the game essentially down 6 points, but absolutely eclipsed that margin and dominated the game.
A 6-0 run for Air Force to start this game. A 3 from Jamal Lawson. You know it could be your day.
Yes, when those bigs get on the scoreboard early, he has the ability to step out, not only finish on the inside. He's showing his versatility. Meanwhile, Sellers established himself in the paint early with 2 points.
The Navy men, a 4-2 record. Their only 2 losses were to Air Force, or excuse me, to the USMC. And one of them was the game you mentioned yesterday that they did not play all of their starters. So the Navy men's only real true loss, if you will, an 81-73 decision in the third day of this tournament. Tyler Nelson had 20 points in that game. Sellers 16, but that was their only blemish truly coming in to play today. So we'll see how it pans out. Bobby Miles working against Lethbridge. Sellers back down with the rebound.
Navy has taken care of business early in this tournament, jumping out to first place over the rest of the services. And like you said,
with the heat check.
Air Force has come on strong in the last couple of games, almost a quarterfinal, semifinal. Now their final matchup in this tournament.
Ryan McGee-Coleman with the bucket. With a 4-0 run here for Navy after falling behind 6-0.
Navy starting to get in the flow again after resting their players. Only took a couple of minutes. Coach imploring his team to get up, get back on the offensive end as they start their offense. Only 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Ryan McGee-Coleman from downtown.
He has a little swagger right now after that lefty three. Has tremendous ability from the arc. It's going to be a great matchup between he and Draylon Perkins on the other end.
5 points for the Navy guard. And a turnover for Air Force. We're going to see some ebbs and flows tonight.
Yes, we are. Air Force, long and athletic, likes to get out and run, whereas Navy, they execute well in their half-court offense, set solid screens. See a couple of substitutions early.
Great crowd on hand here at the Smith Fitness Center. Great job all week long by Armed Forces Sports and the Smith Fitness Center staff as well. Our second audio visual squadron crew getting in all the thank yous before we get totally wrapped up into this.
Yes, it's been a first-class tournament as McGee-Coleman off the flare screen nails his second consecutive three. They ran that play for him specifically after he knocked down his first one.
That was a first-class looking shot from McGee-Coleman. Parker off the glass.
He's really come on strong as the tournament has gone on. He attracts the toughest offensive assignment from the opposing team as you see him face guarding Tyler Nelson on the defensive end.
Matt Doherty flashing high post with Chichester. Parker step back for three. No.
Both teams have a considerable amount of depth as we see Valdez, who just came off the bench, and Doherty, who got the steal by Air Force. Two key reserves for both teams.
A foul. Nice unselfish passing from Air Force in transition.
And that's how they got here, playing solid team basketball. They have multiple pieces who can hurt you. No need to stop doing what got you here in this championship game.
So on the fourth day of this tournament, Air Force lost 71-62 to Navy, but then two consecutive wins, one against the Marines, and of course last night's win against the Army, as Perkins puts in the shot as you see the foul call.
You want to be playing your best basketball when it matters, and Air Force certainly is doing that on this two-game winning streak that they're on. Again, in must-win games that they had to have. So they've essentially gone through the elimination process to get here. And this is their last game of the tournament.
14 points a game for Draylon Perkins. 5 quick ones here. We're all knotted up at 10 apiece. 4.5 minutes into the men's championship game here in Georgia. Ryan McGee-Coleman And that shot was blocked by Chichester.
Another key reserve getting it off the glass, going high up for the big man. Ball
Chichester
slipped
couldn't finish there, yeah. Another block shot from Air Force.
And you see the athleticism by both Leftwich and Parker. Leftwich skying high to defend that shot. Parker skying high to get the rebound.
Just missing the shot was Chichester. A fast and frenetic pace here. And this is exactly the kind of game Air Force played last night.
They did. They're active. They like to get out and force the issue. They'll run when they have the opportunity. They have athletic wings, athletic bigs.
Chichester 5 of 10 from the free throw line in the tournament. Air Force as a team 91 of 139, 66%. As Jack Brunswick, the lieutenant junior grade out of the U.S. Coast Guard sector, Houston, checks into the lineup for the first time. Chichester, the former Louisville Cardinal, at the line.
One thing to look out for is Navy's reserves got very valuable game action yesterday while Coach Bonner rested some of his starters. So let's see if that translates in today's championship game.
Valdez. And it's Air Force. A whistle. And they call a timeout. So we'll take it as well. We need a breather, partner. 10-10.
Bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it all on me, yeah, bet on me, I got that high hand, tell them stop playing, wait, whoa, whoa, God sent in the top 10, got me locked in, wait, whoa.
All knotted up at 10 apiece between Air Force and Navy. 14-16 to play in half number one. Dan Hawkins and Joel Hines from the Smith Fitness Center here at Fort Moore. Final game of this 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. 27 games already in the books as Chichester takes a shot. And it's Tolliver down with the rebound. Leftridge wants a three. Got it.
That's big time. Tolliver, the long, lanky, athletic reserve coming in, keeping the ball alive, finding his running mate Leftridge. Both major athletes who are also skilled basketball players and get the job done for Air Force.
Dakota Ayala has shot partially blocked from the elbow.
Chichester is really being active early in the defensive end, making his presence felt, contesting shots, changing shots, and blocking them.
Air Force being patient on this possession. Shot clock at 10. Draylon Perkins for three.
He has had an outstanding tournament. For someone who was cut from last year's team and to start and be a key piece, averaging 14 points a game in this tournament.
Ayala underneath.
Ayala is just solid off the bench, a key reserve for Navy. He can start on many teams, even this team's, but they have the luxury of having two true five centers in Ayala and Sellers who can give it to you inside.
His bucket stopped a 6-0 Air Force run. How about Tolliver on the other end?
That's one thing to watch for Air Force. They love their four-high set, getting their perimeter players coming off that UCLA cut. Makes for easy layups in the paint.
6-point lead for the guys in blue. Jack Brunswick. Tyler Nelson with the rebound. And Navy basketball. We get some subs in for both squads.
Coaches rotating players in the game early, trying to get a feel. Again, championship games can be emotionally draining, take a lot out of you. I'm pretty sure these teams were amped to get here today.
Ayala with his second bucket.
Instant offense down low, a force in the paint. The 6'8" Ayala, averaging 8.3 points a game in this tournament off the bench.
Perkins wants another long three. That might have been a heat check, but why not?
He's very capable. He's been knocking down the three. Has 10 trays in this tournament, does Perkins.
Brendan Clay down with the rebound for Navy.
It's good to see Brendan Clay back healthy after missing the game. He's a very key piece on this Navy team.
So many guys on both the squads have made cases to be on the all-tournament team. We'll see how that works out. Shot missed by Nelson. Clay now wants a shot. And now it's Austin Parker out on the run, but he's going to have to pull it back.
Usually your championship teams are well represented on those types of all-tournament rosters, and either of these teams would be deserved to get multiple players in that 12.
Noah Valdez and a blocking foul. Vinny Ortega, senior ever out of Luke Air Force Base, Arizona, whistled for his first.
Ortega actually plays on the base team, coached by the women's coach, James Lewis, as he steps in there to try to take that charge. Unfortunately, gets the blocking foul.
Of course, the Air Force women just won back-to-back gold.
And the men try to duplicate that effort to sweep the Armed Force Basketball Championship. The Falcons have a great basketball program on both sides.
7-point win over Army as Clay takes the shot, and it's a three.
Ortega got caught with his hands down. Clay said, hand down, man down, I'll take this shot, and he drains it from the corner.
Stick man advantage for Air Force. Ortega tried to force that ball into the post.
Great post D by Ayala, defending 3/4 over the top, knowing that Air Force wants to get the ball into Lawson. Good D. Navy does a great job on the cross screen, getting their posts open on the block. Unfortunately, Ayala unable to connect on the turnaround baseline jumper.
Brad Boyd into the game for Air Force. Lawson puts it on the floor. Turnaround jumper for the big man. And a foul on the floor. Bobby Miles, out of Naval Base San Diego, whistled for the foul, his first. Did you know that Bobby Miles was teammates at Florida State with Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors? He just signed a max extension. So he's played some high caliber basketball. Everybody on this floor playing high caliber basketball. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. 1-point lead for Air Force.
I can't take no breaks. Every game I'm never going MIA. Putting numbers on the board when I play. Lift the trophy in the air, I can't wait. This time I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. This time I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. This time I'm all in.
Y'all walk with the big thing, been had the big face, shine with the big screen, been had the juice. Body gon' fill up the coupe, black 10 low with a
montage. Snapping they neck, they so I don't need to respect. Move, I act the fool. It's ludicrous, watch how I'm coming to your hate league team in the monkeys. See, you got shooters. Big time rolling up a body scan, they hit a new rack. John got it, they gun on my shoes. All stay, get some insurance, running with a OG, get endurance, better control your breathing. Trash star running up a wax, got a pack in the back full of matches. I'm hot as a fever. Already better than her. I don't gotta ask, they gon' let us in, get on my lid.
9:21 left in the first half between Navy and Air Force. It's been a good one so far, Joel. A 1-point lead for Air Force right now. It's been everything we thought it'd be and more.
Yes, it has. Both teams feeling themselves out as Air Force attempts to lob on the baseline coming out of the timeout for Tolliver. But yes, both these teams, Air Force again with the intense game yesterday, doesn't seem to have a negative effect on them. And Navy, on the other hand, rested some of their players. So seems to be working out for both teams.
Tolliver last touches the basketball. Good help D there from Navy. Coach Bonner still coaching him up.
Absolutely. He's an outstanding coach, as both of these coaches are, to get their teams here to the championship game.
Brad Boyd fouled Brunswick. That's the second team foul on Air Force. Not a lot of whistles in this early going.
It's been a good flow, clean basketball thus far. Both teams in rhythm, knowing what they want to do, locked in, focused. Good quality basketball.
Tolliver checks out. Leftridge checks in for Air Force. Red clock rolls to 5. Sellers gonna have to hoist to 3. And it's Air Force down with the rebound, but Valdez caused some problems. Still on the floor. Lawson thought about that 3. Boyd in the forest. Off the glass. What a move from Brad Boyd.
Absolutely, to finish among the trees near the 6'10 Sellers. But Air Force playing swarming defense to get the loose ball and earn that offensive possession.
3-point lead for Air Force. Jack Brunswick for 3. Got it.
That's a big-time shot. Good job by Navy to swing the basketball to find an open shoot on the catch and shoot. They do a great job working both sides of the floor.
5th tray in this tournament for Brunswick. All knotted up at 20 apiece. Morris can't connect. And that ball stolen away. Morris, and 1.
Unfortunately, Valdez there committed the turnover, then compounded it by fouling Morris, who goes to the trip for the and 1.
Fourth team foul on Navy. Brad Boyd will go to the free throw line. 5.8 points a game for him. He did not play. Oh, check that. It's going to be Morris at the free throw line. But Boyd didn't play yesterday. 4 points for Morris, though, in the game. Shot on the way.
Morris, affectionately known as Timo. Navy running their half-court shot. Nelson has to get going for Navy to have a shot as he ties the game at 22.
First bucket of the game for Tyler Nelson. A quiet first half so far. A lot of game left to go, though.
And that's a good sign for Navy. Anytime a 17-point-a-game scorer just getting his first bucket, but it's a tie ball game, that means everyone else is stepping up.
How about Jamal Lawson 5 points in the game for him.
He's almost at his tournament average of 6 points a game as we see the activity of Air Force and the finishing ability of Parker, who thrives in the fast break situation, can attack the rim with reckless abandonment.
A 4-point lead for Air Force. Bobby Miles trying to find Sellers. And that was a nice shot from Sellers.
Yes, working hard in the paint. The 6'10 center, a true 5. We talked to Coach Bonner the other day, and he loved traditional basketball, little old school in him.
Jamal Lawson with the 3-point attempt. Sellers didn't even play basketball in high school. Played professionally overseas, though.
With that size, that's surprising. But obviously, he's found his way on the court and doing a good job at it.
Lawson connecting. The big man's hot.
Lawson is not shy at all. He won gold on the 2014 team, so he has championship experience. He's not going to shy away from this moment.
Definitely not his first time. Approaching 5 minutes to play in half number 1. Nelson kicks it out for Sellers. 5 on the red clock. And Sellers and 1.
Great up and under post move, drawing the foul and finishing through contact. Big time move by the 6'10 center.
Sellers averaging 8.2 points a game in this tournament. But free throw shooting has not been his strength per se. Navy down by 2 points here with 4:56 to play. Misses the free throw. And Air Force will bring the ball into the front court.
Every possession is going to be critical as we see the game starting to slow down. Offensive execution in the half court is going to be at a premium.
Chichester walking it back down court. Him and Sellers going toe to toe.
Tim Pierce checks in for the first time for Air Force with a defensive assignment for Brendan Clay. But great backdoor find by Miles, a 2-game to Tyler Nelson, who tried to bring the house down. Going to the line for 2.
Nelson just looks like he's itching to get going.
And once he does, it's like Vinnie Johnson for old Detroit Pistons, a microwave. He can give you points in bunches.
Let's watch that last play again.
Nelson attempting the tomahawk jam, but the long arms there of Lethbridge stops that highlight.
That's how Air Force was able to win last night, though nothing uncontested.
They give nothing in the paint. Their length, athleticism, shot blocking ability, Parker, Lethbridge, Chichester.
It's really a tale of two journeys, right? Navy kind of, I don't want to say cruised in. I mean, they had tough games along the way, but just different paths.
Air Force was faced with tough odds starting this tournament 1-3. Again, winning their last 2, getting to 500, a chance to be here. And I'd say the right 2 teams are here. They both earned it.
Chichester. Parker in the paint. And a foul. But good court awareness from Parker there. He was looking for the baseline.
Parker has really come on strong for this Air Force team. 10 points a game, 9 in his last game, but he can affect the game in so many ways, defensively, on the boards, taking the tough defensive assignment. He doesn't back down. It's a key piece for Air Force.
You got to say, averaging 10 points a game in this tournament, he's definitely made a case for himself to be on both the all-tournament team and the Armed Forces squad.
He has really made a name of himself, really impressed a lot of other players and coaches. I'm pretty sure we'll see him for years to come in this environment.
4-point lead for Air Force. Nelson for 3, buried it.
Points in bunches, and Navy again executing their half-court offense. Great solid screens, freeing up Nelson for the 3.
Pierce. And Parker lost the basketball. One-on-one. Clay stripped by Pierce. Another great defensive effort.
Without fouling. And great transition defense there. Clay looking for the foul call, but looks like Pierce got all ball.
Clock under 3 to play here in the first half.
This has been a well-played first half. Back and forth, close game, one possession game.
That defense from Pierce.
Again, Pierce hasn't played much in this tournament. When this number is called, he's produced.
Chichester picked up a foul on the offensive end. That's his first. Both teams with 5 team fouls. So a really clean first half. Clay, Valdez on the baseline. And Air Force trying to extend their 1-point lead here. The slimmest of margins, Chichester. And a great defensive effort again by Air Force. Can they convert?
Buckets are going to be hard to come by in the paint as both teams are relentless in their defensive pressure on the inside, contesting shots. You have to earn it here today.
Chichester not able to connect, but Tolliver there to put it back in.
Tolliver's responsible for a lot of second chance opportunities. As you see him face guarding Nelson, not wanting him to get off. Trying to make it difficult for him.
Tolliver picks up a foul. That's a 6-team foul.
We mentioned he's drawing the defensive assignment against Nelson. And there he got a little overzealous, just holding the jersey, trying a little bit too hard to keep him away from the basketball. But I understand why he did that. Tyler Nelson is an absolute bucket. They can give it to you on all 3 levels, inside, mid-range, and from the 3-point line.
.119 and counting. And they were going back to Nelson in the interior, but a foul call. And Tolliver picks up another foul.
I like Nelson off the ball, continues to move when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, making it tough on his defender. And you see Tolliver pick up 2 quick fouls because of the way Nelson works to get open.
6 points now in the game for Tyler Nelson. Stationed at Joint Expeditionary Base, Little Creek, Fort Story, Virginia. Lieutenant junior grade. And the former midshipman drops in another.
Parker calls out a half-court set. The floor general getting Air Force organized into what he wants.
All the way to the cup that time. But Navy now on the break with the opportunity to take the lead, and it's Lawson down with the rebound.
Nelson calling his own number there. Couldn't quite convert after the ball fake. Looks like Valdez got away with a kick ball there. Air Force still retains possession.
Shot clock did not reset. Lawson. Rebound taken down by Clay.
Navy will likely hold for the last shot here. A chance to go into the locker room with the lead as they're down 1 right now.
Here we go, 10 seconds. 8 seconds. McGee Coleman at the free throw line, buried it. And at the buzzer, we are at the half. Ryan McGee Coleman with 10 points, 7 points for Tyler Nelson. Sellers has 6 for Air Force. They are led by the 8 points of Draylon Perkins, 7 points for Jamal Lawson. A very entertaining first half.
We're in for a treat in the second half of the championship game. Neck and neck, back and forth. Both teams giving it their all, executing well. A very clean quality championship first half.
Back with the final 20 minutes to decide a gold medal in the men's championship game. Navy on the high side by 1.
Nobody, ain't no stopping, ain't no stopping, ain't no stopping, ain't no stopping. This ain't nothing for you, but you want my loving. I got nothing for you, but you want my loving. You must have mixed me with the last one. My back's up, I'll be where the cash comes. You know I'll never be the last one. You must have. If I want it, I can cop it, I won't tell nobody. Ain't no stopping, yeah, I'm on it, got no time to party. Married to the money, ain't nobody really for me.
The Earth is 70% water. And 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Fireman.
This isn't an audition or the road trip you took to the coast. And it's far from those weekend camping trips. It's nothing like a district track meet. Bagging groceries at the corner store or crashing a party with your friends. Out here, it's not where the seat takes you, but who it makes you. Get up to a $40,000 bonus when you start today.
Today, space is essential not only to our way of life, it's absolutely critical to the modern way of war. GPS, ATMs, cell phones, gas pumps, traffic lights, power grids, guided missiles, surveillance, RPAs, ground combat control. There's no such thing as a day without space operations. You just don't see them. Earth is only half the battle. Cyber attacks and jamming of our satellites. Microsatellites that can create a debris field. At 17,000 miles an hour, a piece of metal the size of a coin can be weaponized. Now is the time for a military branch with a clear and singular focus on space. A military branch that protects the hopes and dreams of America and our way of life as the space domain becomes more and more contested. It's time for another giant leap. The United States Space Force is being built from the brightest minds across the space operations of the Air Force, our joint services, and the private sector. We aren't just getting ready for the near future, we're getting ready for the 22nd century. When our enemies ask, what if? We will have an answer. When foreign powers can build bases on the dark side of the moon, when private companies are inventing a new economy beyond our planet, we need to stay one step ahead of the future. The future is where we'll make history. We will fight in an environment with no up or down, no left or right, where there are no borders and nowhere to hide. Our Space Force is defending our country, here on Earth and wherever our mission takes us. As commerce and exploration expand, we will imagine the unimaginable, anticipate the inconceivable, and prepare for the impossible. We won't just think outside the box. We'll think outside the atmosphere. In one of the most challenging environments ever known.
As the world watches and listens in horror, the peaceful pro-democracy demonstration in China comes to a violent and bloody end.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wolves hiding nearby, whispering do or die around me. You say your last good night while I get
There is another very important phase of warfare. It has as its target not the body, but the mind of the enemy.
The target of psychological warfare is against the enemy's mind.
It is words and ideas.
The ammunition used by Psywar.
Its mission is to influence the thoughts of the enemy soldier, and at the same time
is expected and encouraged to study foreign languages and the social sciences such as history, economics, and sociology. He must have a broad and sympathetic understanding of all phases of human experience.
Gripping at my skin, the walls of night close in.
But the use of this force as an integral part of combat has now taken on new form.
As I wait to say my last goodbye.
These are the Psy-War soldiers.
We on a conquest. Came a long way. Look at the progress. I see no competition. It ain't no contest. You ain't in discussion. Not even a prospect. Yeah, you better go and get to meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Might as well call the league up. Tell them put the trophy on reservation. Been going up, that's elevation. No holding back, no preservation. Treat off season like postseason. No days off, this dedication.
Game time, don't expect us to play nice. We got plans to take every record home. One thing you should know is how to.
Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, no holding back, no preservation, no off days, this dedication. Game time, get out the way, we coming through. Check the hang time, been on top, ain't nothing new. A lot of talk, whole lot of noise, but ain't cutting through. Word on roll, you got a couple L's, you'll have another soon, don't sweat. Whole lot of sacrifice, no regrets. Whole lot of dubs, but ain't done yet. Say you the one, but ain't one yet. Running the game, ain't take one step. Hold up. Yeah, all emotions aside. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line?
Game time, don't expect us to play nice. We got plans to take every record home. One thing you should know is how to.
Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line? Came for the dirt, but it ain't no shame. Had to put the work in, grind day by day. All the blood, sweat, tears, no pain, no gain. I was ready for the moment and it came my way. Where the spotlight shine, when they say my name. It's the life I chose, the price I paid. A lot of sacrifices every day I pray. Hope it all pays off in the end. I'll play, I wanna win. Seen a lot of things, ain't been the same since. Worked too hard for this, yeah, I'm convinced. Been on the brink, yeah, been on the fence. Now I'm this close to the win. When the chance came, now I didn't turn back. Loyal to the city, put the team on the map. Put up to the floor, start running up stats. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. You better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line? We ain't the same. Get in your lane, stay in your lane. Wait, this ain't a game. Been through the flame, now get out the way. Whole lot of change, still been the same. Put that on the name. I had to go through it just to get to it. Look what I became. Elevate, level up, way to the top, headed to the peak. All them boys wanna talk, hit them out of law, but don't got receipts. I do it with ease. To you it's a burden, to me it's a breeze. You feel that? That winner's degree, that kickback. You coming at me, boy, sit back. Came out the womb like this. Hit the pedal and room right quick. Gotta get it, we going up, way up. Might land on the moon. Who step in a room like this? We breaking the rules right quick. They killing the mood and up in a few. Might land in a tomb. I'm leaving no remnants. They all in attendance. Gotta go big, I aim for the fences. It's mine, I sense it. Checking the scene, I'm back to the business. Back on the front line, gotta grind. It's time, let you be the witness. At the time, turn a repeat to a 3P, yeah. Got the franchise on me, you more like G League, yeah. 21st century, you all the way BC, yeah. Old boy, yeah.
Halftime in the books, men's championship game here at the Armed Forces Basketball Championships. Navy and Air Force. Navy with a 1-point lead. They lead it 33-32. Navy was in this game a year ago. They lost a heartbreaker to the Marines. Ryan McGee-Coleman, a shot that could have won it, didn't go. For Air Force, they have not been in this championship game since 2014 when they won it. So a lot of stakes here. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines. Joel, second half coming up. It was a really good first half.
It was. I don't know how the second half is going to top that, but I have a feeling it's going to get intense and competitive. It's been a back and forth matchup, and this is what a championship game is all about.
Both teams' original starting lineups back on the floor. Perkins, Leftridge, Morris, Parker, and Lawson for Air Force. McGee, Coleman, Miles, Clay, Nelson, and Sellers for Navy. Away we go. And right off the bat, a foul. And Nelson picks up his second. I talked with Coach Doe at halftime for Air Force, and he was not happy overall. He said, hey, we're settling for too many jumpers. He wants to see his offense take it inside a little bit more. Tall task with this Navy front line. But battling down low, and a shot clock violation.
Ideal opening defensive possession by Navy, combating exactly what Air Force wants to do. Like you said, it's a tall task, literally, with Sellers and Nelson in the paint.
I see what you did there. Coach Bonner was happy overall with the first half for Navy. He said, hey, simply, we need to execute better on offense. And he said, it was the battle that we knew it was going to be in that first half, as Bobby Miles executes right there.
And if that first offensive possession is any indication, or second rather, because they got a foul in the first one, they just had a great sequence going into the half with momentum, earning the lead, and they build upon it.
Largest lead of the game for Navy right now at 4 points. Parker, last touch by Bobby Miles.
Gotta love the way they battled back after Air Force came out aggressive early on, but that's what Navy does. They're deliberate, they just chip away, they're patient, they don't get rattled, and that's why they're the #1 seed for this Air Force Men's Basketball Championship.
Air Force averaging 74 points a game, as you see the missed shot there. But both coaches having a little bit different perspective on the game, as you might imagine. It's tight.
Coach Bonner slows them down, calling exactly what he wants.
And a blocking foul. Morris the guilty party. Staff Sergeant out of Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. That's going to be his first foul in the game. First team foul on Air Force. 2 minutes gone by here in the second half, and that'll put Sellers, the former Wyoming Cowboy, at the free throw line. 6 points in the first half for Sellers.
And it's amazing, not playing high school basketball, end up playing Division I basketball for the Wyoming Cowboys, but he was also recruited by University of Texas San Antonio, Iona, and Cal Poly.
1 out of 2 on that trip. 5-point lead for Navy. Air Force trying to get on the board here. Lawson. And it's Nelson down with the rebound.
Sellers is real tough to score over. Already at 6'10", when he extends himself, he's well over 7 feet.
Air Force gets the rebound, and they have numbers right now. Parker. And an offensive foul.
We keep calling his name, but Sellers is making a great effort in the paint to contest. He just took a charge. Winning plays. And again, Parker likes to finish above the rim right there. A little out of control. Sellers waiting on him. Championship
Kind of
basketball play.
A veteran savvy move there.
Absolutely.
We saw him smiling at Coach Bonner as he ran down the court.
Right. Sellers might not be able to jump with Parker, so he did what he could on the ground. Great defensive position.
Still a 5-point cushion for Navy. Air Force has not scored here in the second half. Scoring drought approaching 3 minutes for them. McGee Coleman now, stop and pop from 17. Smooth.
Navy starting to find their groove, and Coach Doe calls a timeout.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. Navy up 7. Seven-point lead for Navy with 16:58 to play. Navy looking good here in the second half.
Yes, they got Coach Bonner's message, and they've begun this second half with great offensive execution, but they've played great defense as well. So both ends of the floor right now.
Your man Sellers again.
And one of the points of emphasis I had coming into this game was the fact that Navy did rest. It seems like they're the fresher team right now with this second half surge. Air Force, an intense game yesterday. The last 2 games, must-win situation. Might have taken something out of them.
And a foul that's going to be called on Chichester. A foul on Chichester, his second. Coach Doe at the timeout inserted Matt Doherty, who was a big spark plug for Air Force in yesterday's game.
Coach just looking for something right now off the bench, anything to get his team going. They are scoreless in the first 3+ minutes in the game. The second half, excuse me.
And Miles has 4 of the 7 points for Navy. 41-32.
And
Great play by Clay.
An 8-0 run here by Navy to start this second half. And don't forget, they ended the first half on a huge bucket to take the lead going into the locker room and have not looked back.
Chichester hits it.
That was a great job by Chichester. He saw Doherty in trouble, picked up his dribble, flashed at the high post, and hit the shot. Very capable of that mid-range jump shot.
First bucket of the second half for Air Force. Sellers. Baby hook shot. Count it.
Sellers is playing like a man determined right now to lead his team to a championship, doing all that he can do.
And how about Chichester on the other end?
2 consecutive buckets. There's no let up in either of these teams. Great big man battle down low.
43-36, and Sellers a well-deserved handshake from everybody, including coach.
I almost found myself giving him a round of applause going to the bench as his team was.
I thought you were getting up to give him a slap.
Good job.
Clay across midcourt. Approaching 5 minutes gone by here in this second half.
And again, when Ayala comes in for Sellers, there's not a huge drop-off, if any. There are 2 capable centers. That's a luxury Navy has on their front line.
And Parker has the unenviable tasks so far today, guarding Tyler Nelson. Did a good job in that first half, but Nelson still had 7. 5 on the red clock. McGee Coleman takes the 3, a little bit short. And here comes Air Force on the run. Draylon Perkins for 3, got it.
Huge shot by the lefty in the right wing. He's had an outstanding tournament from the point guard spot.
14 points a game for Draylon Perkins. He's made a case for himself to be on the top 12 team.
He has, again, and that would be a huge leap for someone who got cut the previous year. Obviously worked in the offseason. His coach compares him to Mike Connolly. He's a great defender. Last game had 22 points, Parker did, on 4 trays, and he continues that offensive onslaught today.
Perkins had a 27-point game against the Marine Corps. We were here that night. Shot the lights out. They had to replace him at the Smith Fitness Center. Second one missed by Clay. 5-point lead for Navy. You know our mantra.
No lead is safe.
Missed shot there from Doherty. A lot of basketball left. 14-18 and counting. Tyler Nelson.
That's just a great skill move by Nelson, finishing with his offhand over the outstretched Chichester.
Parker can't finish. Chichester and a foul. Make Chichester a little frustrated he didn't finish.
Yeah, 2 offensive rebound, put-back opportunities. Aggressive going to the glass. Since he's come in for Lawson, he's really put his stamp on this game on the interior.
Second team foul. That was on Nelson, his second. With exactly 14 minutes to play. Chichester misses. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Air Force can use some of those freebies at the line, but again, he's impacted the game in so other ways. Really helped keeping his team in it here.
Connects on the second. He has 5 points. And the lead at 6 for Navy. Brunswick into the game for Navy as well. Valdez wants a three, steps in from the elbow. And it's Tolliver down with the rebound. Leftridge tried to thread the needle there.
Yeah,
in the paint.
Ended up throwing it at the feet of Tolliver. You really got to be sharper with your passes. Luckily for them, the arrow was in their favor as both teams battle for the jump ball.
Became a wrestling match in there.
Yes, and what
2 points blue. Is that what
rolling around the ground. What a luxury for Coach Bonner to be able to sub out one former Division I player for another. Tyler Nelson from Navy.
The shot won't go for Tolliver. Navy with the chance to extend their 6-point lead. Brunswick finds Valdez cutting. Pass intercepted. And a blocking foul.
Navy's defenders have willingly stepped in to attempt to take charges. Blocking foul there, but they're really making a concerted effort at help side defense.
Bobby Miles, the guilty party. That's 2 fouls on him tonight. Third team foul on Navy.
And even though it's only a 6-point Navy lead, the way this game is going, 6 points can be a lot to overcome.
Navy can't convert. Traylon Perkins thought about the three, instead goes into the paint, and he's stripped by Ayala. And Leftridge compounds with the foul on Valdez.
Starting to see it get a little bit more physical. We had like a cleaner first half of play, less fouls, but the foul count starting to pick up. Getting a little chippy.
Second foul on Leftridge. Air Force's 5th team foul. Just 3 team fouls on Navy. 12:34 to play. 46-40 Navy. Gold medal on the line here. Ayala misses the shot. Quincy Owens into the game for Air Force, along with Tim Pierce. Looking for a spark. And Perkins and Miles battled, and Perkins got the better of that deal. Valdez with the steal. A lot of good D. And a foul.
Valdez said, meet me at the rim. Valdez is a speedy player. When he gets downhill, he can finish strong at the rim. Navy stretches this out to an 8-point lead. Air Force is going to have to answer quickly.
Valdez's first bucket of the game. He's averaging 9.8 in the tournament.
And you just see how bad both teams want it. Diving on the ball for loose balls. Challenging on defense. In the passing lanes, contesting shots. Making all the effort plays.
16-8, Navy's outscored Air Force here in the second half. It's a 1-point game at halftime.
At this point in the game, it looks like yesterday's rest has really paid off for Navy. Players look fresher. In and out of the game. Coach Bonner really managing his team well.
Foul was on Ayala. His second, he comes out of the game. Air Force needs a bucket.
Understatement.
Lawson, and he gets fouled.
And maybe they get it going here at the line. Sellers caught him. Little body contact there. Lawson's a very savvy low post player.
Jamal Lawson averaging 6 points a game. 5 of 9 from the free throw line in the tournament. First one tonight. It's his first point here in the second half. He has 8 in the game. And that one's in and out. Air Force was 4 of 7 in the first half from the free throw line.
Something to look for. The next Air Force foul. Navy is in the bonus shooting free throws for the rest of the game as Nelson extends it to a 10-point lead.
11 points in the game for Nelson. Vinny Ortega for 3. A big-time 3 from Ortega.
That was huge. Coming off the bench, finding the open shooter. Good job by Coach Darnell. Putting him in the game. Just hoping that someone, like you said, can ignite that spark to get Air Force back in this game.
6th tray of the tournament for Vinny Ortega. And Micah Bonner and Navy want to take a timeout. The lead is 7 for Navy, 10:45 to play here in the second half. Navy on fire here in this second half, and they have a 7-point advantage as we approach the halfway point of half number 2. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines, gold medal will be awarded at the end of this one, and this tournament will be over. But some work to do, and Vinny Ortega delivers his second 3 off the bench.
Coach Darnell might have found something, and great job out of that timeout calling an offensive play specifically for the person who hit the previous 3. Ortega's coming up huge right now in the second half.
6-0 run for Air Force. Lead down to 4. Oh, hold on. I need to buckle my seatbelt. Hold on.
And as you start hitting shots, you want to play defense a little bit harder. Air Force has extended pressure. Unfortunately, a foul.
They call Ortega for the foul. And it is bonus time for Navy. They'll go to a 1-and-1. Let's see that 3 from Ortega, or no, the foul here.
Just got caught reaching or body contact.
Brennan Clay at the free throw line.
Ortega got a little excited there, and understandably so. Just drained 2 huge threes to get his team back into the game.
Lane violation on Lawson, so a second opportunity. That's a tough one.
That is unfortunate. You got exactly what you wanted on that second free throw. Clay missing it. But then he capitalizes on the do-over.
You don't get many do-overs in life. 53-47 Navy. Ortega kind of lost the handle there. Clock winds under 10 minutes to play in the championship game. Foul call on Air Force.
And again, every whistle is going to send Navy to the line.
That's 3 fouls on Leftridge. Nelson at the free throw line. He's 2 for 4 tonight. One of 2 players for Navy in double figures. Sellers has 9 as well. McGee Coleman the other. Misses the second. (54-47) now. 7-point Navy lead. Ortega finds Lawson on the baseline. Big man connects.
Good find by Ortega, not only knocking down shots, but making plays for his teammates. And these Air Force bigs have the ability to step out and hit shots from the perimeter.
Ryan McGee Coleman hits a big shot. 14 for him. Parker tried to go to the rack. And a foul by Nelson.
Parker attacks the rim strong. Good find.
He was going for the dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun right there.
Speaking of top 10, I hear he's a viral sensation. Might have some highlights on YouTube.
He does. Parker had 9 points in yesterday's win over Army to get Air Force to this point. He's got 7 here in this game. The Navy lead is down to 7. Nelson comes out with those 3 fouls. And Parker, the Airman First Class out of Ramstein Air Base, Germany, with the big one here. And he connects.
I don't think Parker has come out of this game. He plays a lot of minutes, well conditioned. Again, often takes one of the tougher defensive assignments.
Lawson for 3. That might have brought the house down if he'd hit that.
That would have been huge for Air Force. He's not shy about taking that shot as well.
Had a 3 did Lawson early in the game. Clay working against Ortega. Matt Sellers with the shot clock expiring hits.
The soft touch with the jump hook at the end of the shot clock. No panic, signaling that Lawson was too small to guard him.
Leftridge, yes.
Leftridge on that reverse layup, those long arms stretching to the other side of the basket.
5 points in the game for him.
Knows how to finish around the rim.
Tyler Nelson at the scorer's table. He did not sit long. Sellers against Lawson. Wants the hook shot. Gets his own miss. Puts it back up. Can't connect. And it's Parker. Nope. No foul call.
Sellers,
Navy retains possession.
Sellers is very savvy. He's not going to finish over you or dunk on you, but just knows how to get a shot off. Soft touch, as does Bobby Miles, the former Seminole. Coach Leonard Hamilton would be proud.
7-point lead for Navy. Under 7 to play here in the championship game. That shot was blocked by Clay. Navy with a huge defensive stop.
Starting to regain control of this game after Air Force made an effort to get back in it. They're still in it. But again, the way this game is going, 7 points might be a lot to overcome.
Lawson against Sellers. And this time, Air Force makes the stop. And a miscommunique between Lethbridge and Parker.
Along with Tyler Nelson, Dakota Ayala comes back in the game. The last couple of shot attempts for Sellers coming up short, so might be a little fatigued.
.6:22 to play. It's electric inside the Smith Fitness Center.
It really is. You can really feel the tension, the energy, every pass, dribble, shot meaning something.
Dakota Ayala with the flush.
Absolutely. Good move by Bonner, getting a fresh body in. And again, there is no letdown when Ayala comes in. He's very much capable of finishing strong on the inside.
Let's watch that last one again.
Good post feed here, gets the defender on his back and grows up strong.
Grown man stuff.
Absolutely. On Chichester's head as Ayala's signal going down on the defensive end.
Clay picks up his first foul in the game. That'll put Draylon Perkins at the free throw line. It's a 9-point lead for Navy. That one bounces around and a friendly visitors roll for Draylon Perkins.
Touched every part of the rim on that one.
Every point matters right now, partner.
That's what good rotation on a shot does. The ball just dies when it touches the rim.
13 points in the game for Perkins. He leads all Air Force scorers.
He's making the case, huh, partner?
He is. Lead is 7 for Navy. Air Force needs a stop. McGee Coleman, not this time. Coach Bonner wants a timeout.
McGee Coleman is an absolute bucket. Coach Bonner calling a timeout, managing the game, maintaining his momentum.
64-55, 5:34 to play. Navy controlling the second half.
Seem like they all been missing. Never made a wrong decision. It's got me walking different. I stay gassed up. Please point the opposition. No scope, it's no joke. Just know I aim with raw precision. I went and got my bid up quick, 100 figures. They once was competition, now ain't sitting with us. Been on a wave since we've been away. Snatched the game, now we here to stay.
5:34 to play here, as Navy with the 9-point lead. As you take a look there at the Air Force women's team, they just won gold, partner. A 75-68 win. Back-to-back championships. Congratulations to Coach James Lewis and the entire team.
Out here supporting their counterparts, hoping they can pull it out for the sweep. But Navy has something to say about that.
Big possession for Air Force. Matt Doherty in the game. And a loose ball taken down by Navy. Nice pass. Crowd oohed and awed on that one. Valdez, no. Last touch by Air Force.
Valdez, unfortunately, couldn't connect on the inside twice, but great find by McGee Coleman. Knows how to make plays for his teammates when he gets in the paint.
Time a little bit of a factor now. We're at 4:50 to play in the game.
And Navy in full control of this game. No need to rush. Time and score on your side. Valdez with the heady play, pulling it out. Running valuable seconds off the clock. As we inch closer to the finish, Air Force is really going to need a bucket sooner rather than later.
Chichester kicks it out for Leftridge. Goes all the way to the rack and lays it in off the left side.
That was huge. Leftridge with his slashing and finishing ability. Gonna need more of that.
64-57. Boyd is all over Ryan McGee Coleman, or excuse me, Perkins is all over Ryan McGee Coleman. And it's Chichester down with the rebound. Chichester, yes.
Little pick and pop, two-man game. Two timely buckets by Leftridge and Chichester.
Coach Doe wants a timeout. Air Force working to get back in this. They trail by 5. .334 to play in the championship game. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines, it's been our pleasure to bring you this entire 2024 Armed Forces Men's Basketball Championships. Great work by our second audio-visual squadron crew. But right now, it's a 5-point game. Air Force has done a good job trying to crawl back here.
Navy has been in control for the majority of the game. Absolutely put on the clinic the second half. But Air Force is making a valiant effort.
And Air Force down with the rebound. And it's knocked out of bounds by Bobby Miles. Leftridge was a little slow to get up.
Air Force with a chance to cut this to a one-possession game, even with the dominance of Navy this half.
3 timeouts for each squad. 2 fulls and a 30 for Air Force. 2 30s and a full for Navy. Chichester with the emphatic jam.
Just made the decision to go by Sellers, knowing he can't jump with them, and finishes strong. That might be a swing in momentum.
Let's watch that again.
Turn, face, rip through. Sellers just get caught in quicksand as Chichester is too quick for him. He knows where the cameras are too, partner.
Chichester with 9 points. can't finish the three-point play, but it's a three-point game with 2:52 and counting.
This has all the makings of a championship game right here.
Nelson off the glass with the sweet kiss.
That's what he does. Puts the ball in the basket, never shy about putting it up.
Back to a 5-point advantage for Navy. Chichester again against Sellers this time. They'll say last touch by Sellers. The Navy bench said he lost it. But Leftridge to inbound.
Air Force calling that post ISO again at the elbow. It was effective the first time, but that time knocked it out of bounds.
And Coach Doe wants to take a 30-second timeout here. So with 2:24 to play, we'll step aside. Navy inching closer. (66-61) Navy with a 5-point lead. Navy trying to erase the heartbreak from a year ago, and it's a turnover. That hurts.
Got caught on the sideline. Unfortunate court awareness right there.
Clay. Good D from Boyd. Shot clock rolls under 10. Bobby Miles in trouble, finds Sellers, and Sellers makes Air Force pay.
He might not flush it, but those 2 points are still just as effective. Comes back in the game. The soft touch. He's been doing that quite a bit this second half.
7-point lead for Air Force. Into Parker, and one.
And great job by Chichester there, not grabbing onto the rim on that follow attempt as the Parker shot did fall. That could have taken some points off the board.
Parker now with 10 points in the game. And that's 5 fouls on Matt Sellers, so the big man's night is done. 13 points. Let's watch it again.
Just caught him with the body a little bit. Tried to extend himself.
So Sellers is off the board in the chess match between Coach Doe and Coach Bonner. Parker trying to complete the 3-point play, and he does.
Sellers leads the game with the hard-earned 13 points.
It's a 4-point game, 1:32 to play. A new champion in 2024 awaits.
Does Air Force sweep both championships, men and women, or does Navy pull through?
And Navy able to get the basketball back. Chichester can't corral it in. Micah Bonner wants a timeout with 1 minute to play and a 4-point lead. Air Force in trouble and some work to do on the defensive end.
Coach Bonner here imploring his team to just slow down. Time scoring situation. You have a game in your favor. No need to rush. Be interesting what both these teams do out the timeout.
championship game annals of this tournament. 14 points for Tyler Nelson. 16 for Ryan McGee-Coleman. Ryan McGee-Coleman and Brendan Clay, the two returnees from the team that lost a year ago in this game. McGee-Coleman missed the shot that could have won it.
Partner, you've done your homework in this tournament, huh?
Air Force, though, still in it with a minute to play. Down by 4. Bobby Miles to inbound. Here we go. Nelson and a whistle.
I had a feeling Tyler Nelson's going to be involved in that play before coming out of the timeout. He was wiping his hands, putting powder on him, and they go to an ISO where he earns a trip to the line for 2.
Second foul on Parker. Nelson at the free throw line. 3 for 4 tonight for him. The hill gets just a little steeper for Air Force.
Nelson clutch at the free throw line. Minute to go in the championship game. Team up. And he comes through. Big time free throws by the former midshipman.
Coach Doe and Air Force call timeout. 50 seconds to a championship. Back after this. (70-64), Navy with a 6-point lead, trying to get out of Georgia with gold medals around their necks, but Air Force might have something to say. Air Force with the basketball. Left ridge, all the way to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Good call out of timeout, going for a quick 2. 4-point game, no need to foul right here. Play solid defense.
Navy trying to kill some time here. A lot of time on the red clock. 15 seconds.
Don't foul. You can't hunt steals in that situation. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Just play solid defense. You let the clock go down that far. If you're going to foul, you probably should have did it earlier. Just play solid defense. Navy to the line for 2.
It'll be Brendan Clay, one of those 2 returning Navy players from a year ago. 6 points in the game, 3 of 4 from the stripe tonight. He's got 7 in the game. A 5-point lead for Navy. Second one on the way. Connects. 28 seconds to go. 2-possession game and a blocking foul. And 1.
They gave him the continuation. How about Draylon Parker with a chance to go to the line with the and 1.
Let's watch it again.
He's in his gather as he's fouled, and the lefty floater rolls in. Soft touch on the glass. Gotta believe on a make. Navy Air Force is going to press. Foul as soon as they can.
That shot is missed, a big miss. And it'll be Navy ball. Miles trying to get it in. He does to Clay, and the foul. And a traveling call.
The pressure forcing Clay into a compromising position where he just couldn't gain his balance.
Air Force to inbound. 4-point game. And a timeout. Wow.
Again, partner, a lot of time here. Down 4, don't necessarily have to go for a 3 like their last play. Maybe look for the quick 2 and stretch this game out by fouling and hoping Navy either turns it over or misses some free throws.
See the crowd, the Air Force women's team. Why not? Got the gold medal in their pockets.
They deserve to be happy and celebrate. Jubilation on the baseline over there as they cheer on their men's squad.
Definitely a raucous atmosphere here inside the Smith Fitness Center at Fort Moore, Georgia. This one ain't over yet, Joel.
It's far from over. So much can happen. And what's our mantra?
No lead is ever safe. Navy has led by as many as 10 points here in this second half. You see Ortega's in the game. Chichester's back in there as well. And a quick foul whistled on Dakota Ayala. And that's 2 free throws for Air Force.
And the key thing there, no time went off the clock. The foul was committed while the ball was still out of bounds. That's a huge break for Air Force.
Just 1 of 5 tonight for Chichester at the line. These are huge free throws, but if you're going to foul somebody, this was probably the right guy, yes, at least from a Navy perspective. Valdosta, Georgia native at the line, trying to cut into the lead. And he gets the first.
Again, that rotation, the ball just died on the back of the rim and just fell in. Good break for Chichester.
Chichester's tournament high game with 10 points tonight. 72-69. In and out. And a foul. And it's going to send Tyler Nelson to the free throw line for Navy. That foul, Parker's third. It's double bonus, so it is 2 free throws.
Huge on the front end of that double bonus, stretching it out to a 2-possession game.
Noah Valdez up off the Navy bench for Ayala.
Like you said, the chess match between the two coaches continues. Personnel changes.
And a miss. 4-point game, 14 seconds. Air Force got to get a shot up. Left ridge, reverse layup, can't get it. Morris with the putback. 6 seconds to go and a foul. Should be 73-71 with 5.9 ticks left. Parker with 4 fouls. These are big free throws for Ryan McGee-Coleman to erase the demons of a year ago.
Hey, what do you think's going through his head right now?
Make it. 17 points for Coleman. It's a one-possession game right now. This could win a championship for Navy right here. Money. 5 seconds. Morris for 3. And Navy erases the heartbreak of a year ago and wins a gold medal at the 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championships.
Partner, we were treated to a great week, culminating in the championship by the Air Force women and now the Navy men. We were treated to some great basketball, and what a way to finish this awesome week. Shout out to Armed Forces, Fort Moore, the Smith Center, and all involved in this awesome championship, and especially our broadcast team.
Great job by our second audiovisual squad and crew all week long. 15 points for Draylon Perkins in a losing effort. Austin Parker had 11. Chichester with 10. I think we'll see a few of those folks on the Armed Forces team for Navy. Disappointment a year ago, not tonight. 18 points, Ryan McGee-Coleman, who missed the shot a year ago, makes the winning shot tonight. 17 points for Tyler Nelson, 8 points for Brendan Clay, and Matt Sellers, the big man, had a big night as well, 13 points before fouling out. Air Force drops to 3 and 4 on the tournament, and Navy improves to 5 and 2. What a tournament, partner. Had a great time.
Likewise. Thank you very much. Thanks to the team. Great
For
job.
my partner, Joel Hines, and our entire second audio visual squad and crew, I'm Dan Hawkins. So long from Fort Moore, but stay tuned. We'll have the all-tournament team announcements coming up. Good night.
Dominate. I did not come to play. I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play. I came to dominate. Dominate. Dominate.
been the same, put that on the name. I had to go through it just to get to it, look what I became. Elevate, level up, way to the top, headed to the peak. All them boys wanna talk, hit them out of law, but don't got receipts. I do it with ease, to you it's a burden, to me it's a breeze. You feel that? That winner's degree, that kickback. You coming at me, boy, sit back. Came out the womb like this, hit the pedal and vroom right quick. Gotta get it, we going up, way up, might land on the moon. You step in a room like this, we breaking the rules right quick. They killing the mood and up in a few, might land in a tomb. With a vengeance, killing the ops, I'm leaving no remnants. They all in attendance. Gotta go big, I aim for the fences. It's mine, I sense it. Back in the scene, I'm back to the business. Back on the front line, gotta grind. It's time, let you be the witness. At the time, turn a repeat to a 3P, yeah. Got the franchise on me, you more like G Lee, yeah. 21st century, you all the way BC, yeah. Old boy been washed up, I'm washed up in TT, hey. Came out the womb like this, hit the pedal and vroom right quick. Gotta get it, we going up, way up, might land on the moon. You step in a room like this, we breaking the rules right quick. They killing the mood and up in a few, might land in a tomb. Seem like they all been missing, never made a wrong decision. It's got me walking different. I stay gassed up, please point the opposition. No scope is no joke, just know I aim with raw precision. I went and got my bid up quick, 100 figures. They once was competition, now ain't sitting with us. Been on a wave since we've been away. Snatch the game, now we here to stay.
I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. My feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I'd make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
It's that you can't touch me, things get ugly, they mad now. This all must be a whole new level to count. I'm packing on the pounds, pulled up with the dog hound, and I still had time to shut it down. Now you see them all screaming my name, see them try to switch to my lane. They ain't never fit that frame, only present when the cash came. Plenty days I've been on the road chasing, no legend ever said they was complacent. Nah.
I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I'd make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, 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 dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. Please don't ever fix your mouth to try to diss him. I can rearrange your teeth like novice dentist. Snap like Thanos, turn to dust my competition. But I preach nonviolence, so I just dismiss them. Ocean all my flows, I wear all my gold. Two can't sell my chain, you just follow your nose. Cross your like Kyrie, I'm so grimy, leave slimy. Besides none of my foes, next to greatness, they look tiny. Ooh, yeah, 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 ayy. All y'all look like steak. Ooh, yeah, 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 ayy. I'm finna finish my plate. This ain't even a game, it's a dinner date. Curse my competition, watch me dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, 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 dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate.
Fresher than some Altoids or Mentos, I've been froze. Better with the alloy, I mean metal, I spit those. Let her see a bad boy, she slick, oh, I spin those. A feather like a white point, I'm quick, so don't slip, bro. Oh my God, tryna dominate it all, yes I go hard. I need 50 for a show, give me the whole pie. Drifting designer, you know that I'm on it, you in there, but you still getting funny. Lyrics best so, but I still go unnoticed. Shawbill, bro, yeah, he show you how to fall, yeah, link on the floor, roll it coast to coast, yeah, we gon' take the throat, whipping a horse like a Trojan.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, 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 dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate.
Test. I think we need to have a dance contest instead of a basketball contest. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Hate to cut the party short, but let's get the awards going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the closing ceremonies for the 2024 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. Weren't these competitors great this week? Fighting every contest to the very end. What a round of applause for these athletes. At this time, I would like to introduce Colonel Evans, the garrison commander of Fort Moore, for a few closing remarks.
How's everybody doing? Hey, can we go ahead and give another round of applause to all these great athletes? I also like to recognize Ms. Lori Smith. Can we please give a great round of applause to the MWR team that supported us as well? Thank you. Hey, one thing I definitely know, serving in our military means you understand team competition. Okay, all those great values of competition, duty, commitment, selflessness, you guys showed it all week. I want you to know we're all proud of you. I'm wearing the Army stuff, obviously, because that's my tribe. But just know, yeah, appreciate that. But just know, you're all my collective tribe, okay? And nothing but respect. Thank you for giving Fort Moore just that little taste of excitement, especially before a 4-day weekend for us, because I'm telling you, the energy's in this room. Some of the dance moves I've seen too, hey, we're taking notice. Okay, you may not get the award for that, but you're here right in my heart. There you go. So anyway, without further ado, let's get some of these awards out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now to announce our runner-up teams. The women's runner-up for this year's tournament is the United States Army. The Women's Army team is coached by Katasha Dilworth. Coach, please come introduce your team.
Hey, congratulations, Air Force. Hey, let me get Precious Williams. Let me get Tatiana Wayne. Kiana D'Oliveira. Jada Sheridan. Hope Brown. Sabrina Hunter. Lindsay Scammon. Rajon Harris. Crescenda Singletary. Red. Michaela. Malaysia McHenry. Hey, let me get my assistant coach, Jamal. Hey, let me get my trainer, Carly.
And let's give it up for the head coach. Come on, Coach Dilworth.
And your men's runner-up for this year's tournament is United States Air Force. The men's Air Force team is coached by Ernest Darnell. Coach, please come announce your team.
Where they names at? Hey, if I mess y'all name up, I'm sorry. Josh Chichester. Jalen Tolliver. Austin Parker. Bradley Boyd. Quincy Owens. Maddie Doherty. He hate Maddie. Timothy Pierce. Vinny Ortega. Timo Morris. Kevo Lethbridge. Our co-captain, Draylon Perkins. And last but not least, our 2014 gold medalist, Jamal Lawson, also co-captain. To my staff, Major Trevor Boddington. To the best projo in the business, Mr. Roger Hill. to one of the best coaches in military basketball, Mr. Paris Daniel.
And let's not forget our coach of the men's Air Force team, Ernest Darnell.
And now, your 2024 Armed Forces Women's Basketball Champions, the United States Air Force. The Women's Air Force team is coached by James Lewis. Coach, please come announce your team.
The heart and soul of this Air Force team always kept a great attitude. Farrah Butler. Double D, Dallas DeBoard. Whitney Williams. Patricia P. Martinez Sands. Grace Hess. Dasha Backpack McMillan. Kaylin Emmel. Sierra Winters. Catherine Foote. Tierra T. Phillips. Shakira Shaq Wade. Benasha Mundy. Our assistant coach. Artist Gandy. Our trainer, Shanice Anderson. And our Projo, Angela Ala Lieutenant O. Coach Mo, come on.
And let's give it up one more time for Coach James Lewis. And now, your 2024 Armed Forces Men's Basketball Champions, the United States Navy. The men's Navy team is coached by Micah Bonner. Coach, please come announce your team.
Hey, so I wanted to just say thank you to all the staff, Fort Moore, for being a great host before I go. The colonel, the whole staff here has been amazing the whole week. Having a platform for the athletes to be able to perform like they are. An amazing tournament, amazing athletes and teams here. So great job, and we appreciate you being a great host. All right. Hey, to my band of misfits, let's start with number 1. The Wiley point guard, Jack Brunfley. The road runner himself, Noah Valdez. Hey, this next individual, man, he brought a energy and a youthful joy to our team that just really spearheaded our team culture. To the young Brody Lindstrom. His brother from another, the other energy guy on our team, Hassan Niang. Next up, we got our high flyer, Kenichi Nwosu. Another one of our young guns up and coming, Trey Keaton. To the bigs, we were trying to bring a little bit of old school basketball back. I know a lot of this is run and gun and shooting threes, but we wanted to just bring a little old school flavor. Starting with the big man in the middle, big number 30, Matt Sellers. Next up, we never lost a beat when we brought this guy in, Big Dakota Ayala. Next up, we got our Phil Jackson of the team. You know, I should be calling him out as an assistant because he was always drawing up plays and messing up my stuff. And that's not what I really wanted to say. William Bobby Miles. This next young guy, he's super dynamic. He came in, he was always a driving force on our team on the offense and defensive end of the floor, Tyler Nelson. Next up, we got our captains. The two of them really set the tone for camp and all the way through the tournament. A year ago, we were here and had an opportunity to win at the buzzer. It did not go our way. And these two young men worked all year. They texted me and let me know what they were doing. And it really just kind of catapulted us to where we are today, starting off with Brendan Clay. You often hear people say, great job, coach. After this game, you did a wonderful job, but a great coach or a good coach is only as good as his leader, his players. This guy is the most dynamic guy that I've had an opportunity to coach. I've coached him like 4 years now at this higher level. We argue, we conversate, we go back and forth, but at the end of the day, he's the most clutch dude I've ever been around. Ryan McGee-Colby. Next up, I want to recognize our trainer. She kept us healthy, Amy Hayes. This next guy made sure that we had everything we needed at training camp. He's been with us 2 years, and he's medaling each year. That's our team captain, James Whitley. I've been very fortunate to coach this next young man for 4 years before he decided to hang up his sneaks. He's going to be a great young coach, up and coming, represented us well, coached against the Marine Corps. I'm very proud of him. I'm very hard on him. It's because he has greatness inside. So West Side, Dennis Murphy, come on up, ROIC. And this next young man is just the smartest guy in basketball. I could not be as successful as I've been, and our team couldn't be successful if it wasn't for my assistant coach, but more like my brother. We often get mixed up at times, but I love him. We couldn't do this without you, Rodney Lord. Next up, I would like to bring up Mr. Mike Morris. I want to recognize Mike. He's been trusting us for several years. He does an amazing job making sure that we get the amazing talent into camp. Appreciate you, Mike. Thank you, guys.
And one more time, let's hear it for Coach Mike of Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to present you the all-tournament team for this championship. These individuals represent the best players by position as selected by a committee of coaches and service representatives. When your name is announced, please come forward and remain in the center until all names have been announced. Selected to the women's all-tournament team, at guard from the United States Air Force, Tiara Phillips. At forward from the United States Air Force, Shakira Wade. From the United States Army, Sabria Hunter. At guard from the United States Marine Corps, Kaylee Darcy. And the final member of the women's all-tournament team, at point guard from the United States Army, Precious Williams. And selected to the men's all-tournament team, at forward from the United States Navy, Tyler Nelson. At guard from the United States Army, Colton Ray. From the United States Marine Corps, John Carter. At forward from the United States Marine Corps, Chris Harris. member of the men's all-tournament team, at forward from the United States Air Force, Austin Parker. Congratulations to our all-tournament men's and women's teams. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The 2024 Armed Forces basketball team announcement. Those selected to the team will travel to the United States Army Garrison, Benelux, Belgium, to compete in the 2024 SHAPE International Tournament 1 through 8 December. When your name is called, please come forward and remain in the center until all the names have been called. Drum roll, please. Selected to the Women's Armed Forces team from the United States Air Force, Tiara Phillips. From the United States Air Force, Shakira Wade. From the United States Army, Sabria Hunter. From the United States Marine Corps, Kaylee Darcy. From the United States Army, Precious Williams. From the United States Marine Corps, Brianna Allen. From the United States Air Force, Kaylin Emmel. From the United States Army, Hope Brown. From the United States Air Force, Sierra Winters. From the United States Navy, Kira Wood. From the United States Army, Lindsay Scammon. And from the United States Air Force, Catherine Foote. And coaching the Women's Armed Forces team this year, from the United States Air Force, James Lewis and Art Gandy. and selected to the Men's Armed Forces Team of 2024. From the United States Navy, Tyler Nelson. From the United States Marine Corps, John Carter. From the United States Marine Corps, Chris Harris. From the United States Air Force, Austin Parker. From the United States Air Force, Draylon Perkins. From the United States Navy, Ryan McGee Coleman. From the United States Army, Mark Bowie. From the United States Navy, Noah Valdez. From the United States Army, Randall Haley. From the United States Navy, Dakota Ayala. From the United States Navy, Brendan Clay. And from the United States Army, Akeem Eccles. And coaching the Men's Armed Forces Team of 2024, from the United States Navy, Micah Bonner and Rodnick Ward. Congratulations to our 2024 Armed Forces teams. Please welcome Mrs. Teresa Smith, United States Armed Forces Sports, to present an award.
Hey guys, I promise to be quick. I know everybody wants to get out and celebrate, but I'm just here to reiterate what a lot of you already know, that between Steve and I, we visit a lot of garrisons all over this country and some other countries, and you know, Lori and her team by far treat us the best. They bend over backwards. We are, I mean, just above and beyond. So I think I speak for everybody here when I say Lori. You and your team are the best. Thank you for the last 2 years. The Marines have some big shoes to fill. We thank you so much. So, Colonel Evans, on behalf of Armed Forces Sports, thank you so much.
Immediately following our ceremony, there will be a quick meeting for the all Armed Forces teams going to shape at the back of the gym. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2024 Armed Forces Women's and Men's Basketball Championship. Thank you for your interest in Armed Forces sports and for supporting these service members throughout the week. Safe travels home and have a great night.